Lake of the Ozarks shootout in the books. The big question coming into the weekend was, will American Ethanol hit their 8th consecutive Top Gun at Lake of the Ozarks? Will they beat the course record of 204 miles per hour? That answer was yes. On Saturday, they ran an impressive 199 miles per hour, but they knew they had more, and on Sunday, they ended up running a course record 207 miles per hour. Now, when I say course record, 3/4 of a mile course. And so in their 51-foot Mystic Catamaran, they went 207. And it was, even watching on TV, I wasn't even on property at that point in time or couldn't see it. I mean, it was exhilarating watching.
Yeah, it was. It's amazing how they've got that that boat put together, and they were even happy with that 207 mile. I mean, you would think you'd be happy with 199, but they weren't, because they knew they were shooting for 207. They hit 207, and they were happy with that. And remember, this is a 3/4 mile course. They used to run it longer, so they'd get up higher speeds.
Yeah.
I mean, even faster, because they were running longer. So to get up that fast in that short of a lead-in and a 3/4 mile course is amazing. They're flying.
Yeah, no doubt. Huge shout out to Don Onken, owner of the boat. John Kosker, he actually owns Mystic Power Boats, and he throttles, and then Tony Battiato drives. These guys are unbelievable. They're 8th consecutive, and they are the classiest, kindest people in racing. You know, they're family-oriented, and everyone says, the Lake of the Ozarks shootout has kind of turned into the American Ethanol event. And if you don't like that, for those of you out there that think you can run with these boys,
beat 'em.
Buckle up, baby.
Yeah.
The 35th Annual Lake of the Ozarks shootout is waiting for you, and so are the Onkins, so is Tony, so is John. A little friendly competition, because the last couple years you've had a few people saying, we're coming for you. A lot of times those individuals don't end up running because they have issues leading into it, but not American Ethanol. Again, 8th consecutive Top Gun Award, 207 miles an hour, as you see right there. Just impressive. Of course, in 2001, their top speed last year was 193, down considerably from their 2020 speed of 202. Reason being, they had some mechanical issues last year. Still got 193, but there is a new course record, which is pretty exciting. Another world record. Now, it's not going to go in Guinness because they didn't have the adjudicator and all the nonsense and hoops to jump through. But Vision Marine's electric boat charges faster to record-crushing 109 miles per hour.
This is an electric boat now.
Does that even seem possible?
No, not really. I mean, that's pretty amazing, actually. 104 on their Saturday run, I believe. Got up to 109 on the Sunday run. That's pretty stunning.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. They have a 32-foot cat. Now, the world record was 104, and that was smashed Sunday by 5 miles per hour. Back in 21, Vision Marine ran an all-electric Bruce 22-foot boat, and that went 49 miles per hour, which was super impressive, and at the time was the record. And so 109 miles per hour, just crazy. The official world record, since their 109 will not qualify for Guinness, is a Jaguar V20 E-boat, and that was set in Cumbria, England, England, in 2018 at 88.6 miles per hour, meaning 20.4 miles higher than the actual world record. And these guys are just getting started. They're innovators. They're already figuring out how next year they can up that. They're already throwing out figures of like 120, 125, and I'm like, get out of here.
Wow, that's amazing.
Super
that Guinness stuff with the adjudicators and all that stuff, that's just kind of stupid now, I mean, this is cool. This is the unofficial world record.
Another record, factory billet, real popular. Their 51-foot outer limits, their V-bottom record, they hit on Sunday of 166 miles per hour.
Wow.
To see a V-bottom going that fast.
Wow.
Absolutely crazy, and that's Jim Schultz and Mike Focher teaming to pilot that. But 143 runs on Saturday, 85 runs on Sunday, for a total of 228 boats run down the course. It's a record for the shootout. Another shootout fan favorite, Hall of Famer Carrie Sixkiller. She broke her long-running record in her 24-foot Baja V-bottom. She had run 69 like 4 different times, 4 different years. That was her top speed. Saturday ran 69, so I'm going to give it a go Sunday. 73 miles per hour for the Hall of Famer, so congratulations to Ron and Carrie. And then another record, and this one's really exciting because the PWC element of the shootout starting to gain some momentum and popularity. And we've heard the speed of 100 thrown out there. I'm like, yeah, I'll believe it when I see it. Well, the longtime course record that's been held for the last 8 years was 95 miles per hour. Well, James Myers beat that at 99 miles per hour. Him and his dad, Mike, are local, and their story on Mike's Facebook page says, we got a new record. Our first ski broke down. I told James, go get our backup. And in his first run, he ran a smooth 99, beating the 8-year running shootout record of 95 miles per hour. How cool is that for father-son Mike and James Myers? Great guys. Very, very good dudes. And so it's cool to see them break the record. They're always so excited at the shootout.
Can you imagine jumping on PWC and going 100 miles an hour? That just doesn't seem real.
No,
I mean, that's flying.
Imagine your face and your skin just blowing something fierce.
Yeah, no kidding.
I mean, because that's moving.
Well, just think if you come off that thing, man, it's not going to feel good.
So just a record-setting weekend, and of course it wouldn't have been a weekend on the water if you didn't have a little of interesting things happen. You know, everyone probably heard about, the boat driver who fell over the side of the boat. You could see it right here. And the boat just run out of control.
I know. It was so crazy. I mean, fall out of a boat like that, and then he was okay. He bops right up and he's fine. They pick him up out of the water. And then, because he didn't have the kill switch on or whatever was going on there, the boat kept going out of control. And man, the fire rescue guys were just brilliant in the way they handled that and finally got it shut down. Nobody was hurt. Nobody was injured. I mean, it could have been a very bad thing, but it turned out so that, it turned out nobody was hurt, and the fire rescue got to show everybody why they're so incredibly important.
100%, and it's almost, perfect timing, as ironic as that is, because without the Lake of the Ozarks shootout, a lot of these fire departments wouldn't have the equipment, they wouldn't have the training, they wouldn't have the facilities.
They wouldn't have any of that.
Right.
Yeah.
And so it ends up that the shootout funds an organization, a group that saved a lot of people and acted swiftly. I can't say enough. I mean, because if you had seen that situation unfolding and thought, what is the absolute best way this can end? Well, that is exactly how it ended.
That was it, yeah. And I mean, when you think about it, how do you shut down a boat that's out of control? I mean, I wouldn't have known, but they had done this before. They had trained for this, practiced for this, and did it right in front of the whole world. Our great Andy Evans had it all on camera and everything. It was fantastic. But I told my wife after I saw that, I said, I'm never going to forget to put on my kill switch again, because you can see what can happen there.
Speaking of Andy, really the whole Lake TV crew, Andy's videos this weekend that he was either shot or edited just by himself viewed almost 2.5 million times.
Wow.
So, and Lake TV's crew as a whole, just unbelievable, starting with the really liaison to the shootout, Ricky Smith, our production manager, chief engineer. Didn't hear enough good things about him. It's nonstop. You couldn't have stopped hearing how amazing he was, how he saved the day. From Andrew, the most talented videographer and editor, probably not just Missouri, but in the entire Midwest. And then you have Megan Albers and you have David Leatherberry. Those four just crushed it. And of course, our drone guy, Daniel Carnahan, at every single mini event, money shots. No one can turn out the type of magic he does from the air.
Yeah.
And so I can't say enough about our crew. They were phenomenal. And as far as to kind of wrap up the thought of the boat that was out of control, been a lot of speculation and things said. I do know that there's an investigation underway, and that's really all we can say or all we know at this point in time.
That's really all we know.
So there's no reason to speculate because we really just don't know, and I know that the shootout will do what's right and figure out how to move forward and continue to make safety the number one priority of the event.
Well, and it is a prerequisite for all those drivers to have that kill switch on so things like that don't happen. Why it didn't work, that's what's under investigation. So
correct.
They'll figure that out, but for people like me, it's like, I'm going to make sure I'm wearing that now, because there's a lot of times I didn't wear that.
Right, and you just never know on the Lake of the Ozarks or any body of water when you're driving a vessel.